Welcome back to CelJaded Plays Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. My name is Alex. This is Monday, week 3 of January 2006. This is Monday Night Raw. This is the opening segment. And this is Jerry Lawler. An absolutely tremendous segment rating here from him. An energized Lawler calling out the owner of the company, Vince McMahon, saying that he wants to be on the card for WrestleMania. So huge news here from Jerry Lawler. Been riding a wave of interest recently after a win on pay-per-view, a few high-rated segments with Hulk Hogan. Jerry Lawler is back. He's stepping away from his announcing duties for the time being. He is in the ring. He is competing. But the one thing he has never done, he says here, in his career is wrestle on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. So Jerry Lawler wants in on WrestleMania, and he's done asking nicely. He says to Vince, look, I've always been straight with you. I have always done everything I can to make your brand, your show, and your aura be the most important and biggest thing in wrestling. I have done that through my commentary, through my outreach. Everything I have done for you, Vince. And now I want you to do something for me. Book me on the WrestleMania card. Let me wrestle on that stage, and you won't regret it. But this is Vince McMahon we're talking about, heel that he is. And he comes out and he laughs in Lawler's face. Just laughs at Lawler and says, the only way the king, this old man, gets to WrestleMania, well, you'd have to win the Royal Rumble. Did Vince really just say that, though, to Jerry the King Lawler? He just said the only way you'll get to WrestleMania is by winning the Royal Rumble. Did he really just say that? He did just say that. And Jerry Lawler has a big smile on his face, whether Vince McMahon knows it or not. Sounds to me like Jerry Lawler is in the Royal Rumble. And of course, that will be coming up as the final show, the big pay-per-view for week 4 in January. And it looks like the King is in. He wins the Royal Rumble, of course. He goes to WrestleMania, just like anyone else who gets that shot. And Jerry, the way he's feeling right now, feels pretty good about that. So what's to come later, we'll have to see. But the road to the Royal Rumble definitely begins here. Okay, and next we've got Trish Stratus back from her absence last week. And she is offering to coach Ashley, her protege, ahead of her number 1 contenders match that she has earned the right to be in tonight. But here's the thing, Trish, you see, Ashley is already getting help tonight. And that's when things get awkward because Mickie James arrives to coach Ashley instead of Trish. So Ashley, of course, accepting Mickie James' help last week, accepting it again here. So declining Trish's invite, it would seem. And yeah, Ashley is heading to the ring with Mickie James by her side tonight, as Mickie has pledged to help her become the number 1 contender to Trish Stratus's own WWE Women's Championship. So a bit of a tense air here ahead of that match between these 3 women, as Trish and Mickie James, of course, share a glance at each other with Ashley in between. So nothing more to say on that for now. Well, what's important is the match. It is a 3-way match that Ashley is a part of, and if she wins, she will be the number 1 contender. And she's done it as well. So there you have it. Ashley defeats Victoria and Tori Wilson when Ashley gets the pin with the Hurricanrana there on Tori, thanks to Mickie James, who offered a distraction and, yeah, basically helped Ashley get the win there. So this was a storytelling match. I wasn't going to get the strongest segment rating, all things considered, but the thing that matters is that Ashley has done it. She has won. She will be facing Trish Stratus at the Royal Rumble for the Women's Championship. And will Mickie James still be by her side? That's an interesting thought, isn't it? And because afterwards we've got another segment here with an overjoyed Ashley, the new number 1 contender for Trish's title, and she hugs Mickie in that celebration. Only thing is, Mickie James looks distant when Ashley turns away. So there's clearly more to this story than Mickie James is letting on. But for now, Ashley, she's the number 1 contender with Mickie James's help, and that match will be coming up very soon. So good stuff here from the women on Raw. And then next, something completely different, as Eugene, fan favourite, gets chased to the ring by a rampaging Umaga. So Umaga recently in action on the pay-per-view and has looked very dominant and has won his matches so far as well. And yeah, it seems Umaga has set his sights on a new target backstage here, chasing poor Eugene to the ring, where these two are now scheduled to compete. And there it is. So Umaga gets the win in quick fashion against Eugene here, picks up the win in a very, very dominant fashion, and that is Umaga again looking dominant here on Monday Night Raw, and hopefully doing wonders for his popularity where we need to boost it to get him where he needs to be. And then a quick segment afterwards as well, with Umaga destroying Eugene after the bell. So similar to as we saw with Tommy Dreamer in the previously, Umaga not content to just win his matches, he wants to absolutely devastate his opponent in the process. And poor Eugene here feels the brunt of it as Umaga goes over in dominant fashion. So good stuff from these two, and Umaga continues his ascendancy here on Monday Night Raw. And then, following up from earlier, Trish Stratus is back, and she's really happy that Ashley managed to win that match. Her protege showed that she could pull it off. Some great stuff there from Ashley, and Trish just takes this moment to tell Ashley backstage she's really proud of her. Like what a victory! You did so well. And Ashley, in her excitement, suggests that, well, maybe they should team up together next week. And Trish goes along and says and agrees. So there you have it. So Trish Stratus and Ashley will be tagging together next week by the sound of it. Trish normally wouldn't show such favoritism towards someone who they're due to compete against, especially with the Royal Rumble being so close. But again, we talk of close. This is Trish and Ashley, firm friends here, re-establishing their friendship in this segment, and everything looks good between Trish and Ashley ahead of the Royal Rumble. So it will be these two in action, but for now, they're still friends and they're still together. So there you have it. Next, we've got Triple H, who says that he will be winning the Royal Rumble coming soon to pay-per-view, and he will be the WWE Champion again very soon. So this is just a very simple segment with a very simple goal to get Triple H back in the mix, back on the microphone, doing what he does best, just hyping himself, showcasing his microphone skills. This is just an opportunity for Triple H to clear the air ahead of what we've seen in the past. So we had Shawn Michaels and John Cena both calling out Triple H for not giving back. He's addressing that here in this promo. Says that he doesn't even understand what those guys are talking about, because the only thing that he should be giving back is an ass whooping to anyone standing in his way. And what he wants WWE to give him is that opportunity to face the WWE Champion. So Triple H making his intentions very clear here on Monday Night Raw. But we've got a quick interruption. Of all people, it's Goldust who interrupts, takes this opportunity to make fun of Triple H, leading, of course, to an impromptu match between the two. So, Goldust, like I said, something completely different here, comes out, taunts Triple H, giving us a little bit of a breather after, no doubt, a long and arduous promo that Triple H is want to provide us on a weekly basis. But this will be a match here between Triple H and Goldust, and there you have it. So, Triple H defeats Goldust, goes over with the pedigree in dominant fashion, and once again the booking here is pretty transparent. Goldust really suffering from a lot of penalties at the moment that are holding back his performance. So at the moment, their kind of immediate plans with him is just to use him as a gateway, basically, to put some heat onto some of our high-profile workers. So Triple H just getting a nice strong win here over Goldust, who we're kind of phasing out of any kind of storylines anytime soon, and kind of use him just to get our other talents where they need to be in terms of popularity and heat. And then just a quick bonus segment afterwards where we see Triple H celebrating his win and taunting the audience. So Triple H making good on his pledge there to be the dominant cerebral assassin. He has another win notched up, and yeah, good. The future's looking bright for Triple H on Monday Night Raw. Okay, next it's Francine, WWE's newest manager for the Monday Night Raw brand. And Francine is scouting talent backstage. So as a manager, she's already hired. She's already added Gregory Helms to her talent list of people that she will be managing. And a familiar face, Ric Flair, of course, who was flirting with Francine the last time we saw these pair together. Ric Flair has resumed that flirting game here. So Ric Flair and Francine mixing it up backstage here, with the Nature Boy being the Nature Boy. And predictably, you can probably guess where this is going. There he is. So Gregory Helms makes the save and jumps in there in dramatic fashion, even though Francine looked very capable without his help. But nevertheless, it is Helms making the save for Francine's honour and putting himself between her and Flair. And then Flair, of course, gets the last laugh when he sneaks up behind Helms and scares him with a big woo! So a very light-hearted segment here compared to what we've seen previously. It's Ric Flair, Francine and Gregory Helms in what appears to be a love triangle from hell. So there you have it. But entertaining stuff from these peeps. Even though Flair is suffering a lot of negatives of his own, still has the overness and the skills to give our segments a boost. And they'll be important as the stories develop. So good stuff here from this trio. And then, great stuff here. It's Edge and Lita taunting Cena from a backstage location. So, the story so far. John Cena lost the title to Edge in very controversial fashion when Edge cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase mid-match against John Cena and essentially, in Cena's words, stole the WWE Championship from him. Edge has refused at every instance to give Cena a rematch for that title, and him and Lita have just been taunting Cena ever since, and that's what's continuing here. So John Cena heading to the ring for a high-profile match here on Raw, and Edge and Lita pop up on the video wall, on the video screen there, and just take their shots at Cena. So really getting under Cena's skin here is the Rated R superstar and his girlfriend, John Cena. Anyway, will be in action next. This is a big one-on-one match with Shelton Benjamin. It's our feature match for Raw here, the main event slot for the match at least. And John Cena is basically making the point in this segment here that if he can't get Edge to agree to a rematch the old-fashioned way, well, he's going to do it a different way. So he's going to go out there, he's going to kick some ass, and then pretty soon management will have no choice but to book him in that title rematch once he's beaten everyone else in contention for it. So John Cena and Shelton Benjamin, it's the big match on Monday Night Raw next, and Cena needs a big win. Can he get it? Yes, he can. So there you have it. John Cena defeats Shelton Benjamin by pinfall with the FU. And during the match, Edge accidentally hitting Benjamin with his title belt and costing Shelton Benjamin the match accidentally. So a bit of an own goal from the Rated R superstar here. He had clear plans of screwing Cena out of a win here, but things didn't go to plan, and him and Lita must be livid after this because John Cena has walked out of Monday Night Raw the victor, which only adds more fuel to Cena's fire on his quest for a rematch against the Rated R superstar. And we're not quite finished because Cena, after getting the win in a grueling matchup, grabs a mic and he is pointing to Edge, who has retreated to the rampway now. You are going to give me my rematch for that championship, for that WWE Championship. And Edge and Lita still clutching that belt and refusing, shaking their heads. It will never happen, they say. But Edge, he got himself involved here, so clearly he's very insecure about the idea of this match ever going forward, and we'll just have to see how it pans out. But for now, a big win for Cena and a very good match at that, so very pleased with where our main event talent are at the moment. So really good stuff from them. And then, just a quick cool down segment here. We've got Coach and Grisham saying that Rob Van Dam returns next week to update us on his medical conditions. So, Rob Van Dam starts the Shifting Sands mod injured. He has been out for a while now, and this announcement is just to hype up the appearance of Rob Van Dam. He will be back next week, giving us an update on when he will be returning to the ring and what his plans are. So, just a little tease that next time Raw is on the air for week 4, Rob Van Dam will be on that show. So look out for Rob Van Dam when he makes his return and find out what we'll be doing with him very soon. So there you have it. Wow. Well, that certainly overachieved, didn't it? Well, then again, look who it is that I'm talking about here. So in my very first 100 segment rating, it is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, getting the main event slot here as we hear from him. What is happening with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels? Well, he's more than happy to tell you, and by the looks of this segment rating, every word of it is gripping. So Shawn Michaels, he is taking this opportunity on the main event slot of Raw to talk about himself, his favourite topic perhaps, and he is saying that something huge is coming for him soon. He can feel it. He's walked away from Triple H. He's going his own way. Things are going to be different now for the Heartbreak Kid. What does he have in store? So he's talking about all the things that he's going to be doing this year, the kind of renewed focus that he's got. The Royal Rumble obviously is coming up. That's got to be a big topic for him. And yeah, absolutely gripping stuff here from Shawn Michaels. Love to see it. And a very strong segment here of just hitting the ring, mic in hand, and doing what he does best. So great stuff from Shawn Michaels. And then as he continues to deliver this absolutely wonderful, gripping speech, look who it is. A returning Booker T now cuts HBK off, hits the ring, spins Shawn Michaels around, axe kick, Michaels is down. Booker T has just laid out Shawn Michaels. Previously of the SmackDown brand, now he's on Raw. What's going on? Well, Booker T has made his presence felt towards HBK. And then after the axe kick, Shawn Michaels is down. We've got the turn here, which is quite obvious now. Our change of gimmick here for Booker T. What do you know? He's using the show stealer gimmick. That sounds familiar, wouldn't you say? Well, there it is. So Booker T now claiming that he's the show stealer. He's going to be the guy that everybody talks about. And then he picks up the microphone that Shawn Michaels dropped to the ground when he hit the floor. And he tells HBK, you know what? You must be psychic. Because that huge thing that you were just talking about, that huge thing that you said was coming for Shawn Michaels, that huge thing that you were going to do, that huge thing that was going to make your life so great, well, I got some good news and some bad news for you, Shawn. That huge thing isn't going to be great for you at all, and that huge thing is already here, because that huge thing apparently is Booker T. And Booker T, quite frankly, with the change of gimmick we saw, the change of attitude, he's got Sharmell by his side, debuting here on Raw in this new kind of gimmick and this new character. He's looking to replace Shawn Michaels. And so far, it looks like he's already doing a damn good job of doing just that. So Booker T has made a statement. He's taken out Shawn Michaels. And that's how Raw goes off the air. Chiron, copyright. We are out of here. That is Monday Night Raw. And that's a pretty good rating, I'd say, compared to where we were a week or so ago. So we can already see that with our 86 here, firmly in the blue, that the seeds that we have sown starting to grow here into something that's looking like a much hotter product than it was before. So great stuff. Shawn Michaels, of course, looking excellent. Triple H looking strong. Cena and Edge, they're up to their usual stuff. And we've got a lot of new players in the game as well, approaching, hopefully, stardom very soon. So a really excellent edition of Monday Night Raw here. Thrilled to bits with this one. It's been a really good show. And then when we come back next time, it will be the next episode of SmackDown. And then there's just a couple more episodes of television until we reach the Royal Rumble itself. So that'll be the next big pay-per-view to look forward to. Pretty much the first biggest pay-per-view on this save, really. Now that we've had time to digest some of these storylines and kind of get some chance to develop them. But yeah, the future for Monday Night Raw is looking pretty bright from here. So that was me. That was Alex. That was CelJaded playing Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. As usual, don't bother liking, sharing, or subscribing to this video. All I ask is that you have a nice day. I'll see you back here next time, where it will be SmackDown on TEW 2020. See you all later.